Opening up in a matter of hours, the pediatric emergency room at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, the building you see here.
It will be one of just a handful across the country. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is live outside the hospital right now with more on why a pediatric emergency room can make a big difference when it comes to treating kids. Danny?
Susie and Brian, we're actually inside the lobby of the brand new Helen DeVos Children's Hospital that opens tomorrow. The pediatric emergency room is just 3 floors below. It opens at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, if you're wondering why the hospital would need a specifically dedicated pediatric emergency room when there's one right around the corner, what we've been finding out throughout this whole process is that kids are different than adults. They're not just tiny adults, and they have different needs. And whether that's an interactive play wall here in the lobby or actual medical differences, research shows that kids need specialized care in those emergency situations.
Luke Shannon found a lump about the size of a $50 on his knee in Christmas of 2008.
I honestly didn't really know what I thought it was. At first, I really thought it was just an infection.
His doctor ordered surgery to remove it.
You're sitting in the waiting room waiting for your child to come out of surgery, thinking this is just routine, simple, and, obviously life changed in an instant. Was just shocking.
At first, I don't really think I even needed them to tell me it. Just by the look on my parents' face, I knew right then that, yep, it was cancer.
Kicking off a year of tests and treatment at the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital.
Really being able to take them in an environment that's just for kids and has providers that are just for children is really a comfort.
Not only the size of the equipment, but you have to have the expertise to use it, and that's what you get at a children's hospital.
Starting tomorrow morning, children can get that specialized care at DeVos's new dedicated pediatric emergency room. Studies by the American Academy of Pediatrics show when kids have an emergency, nearly 90% of the time they go to an adult ER. But only 6% of emergency departments have all the equipment and supplies recommended for kids. And about half of the country's emergency rooms care for fewer than 10 kids each day.
Parents know when their child's having an emergency, and this is the place in West Michigan you want to bring your child if they're having an emergency.
Built to see 40,000 kids a year, the new ER has different equipment.
And this is pretty small. This is as small as this gets. We do some different things for pain and anxiety that some of the general hospitals don't have the services or expertise to do. And that's not to say that kids don't get good care in those facilities. It's just to say that we're ready for kids, and it's different.
Different training and a different atmosphere.
One of the nice things is being able to separate kids from the adult population, and not that adults, not that kids shouldn't be around adults, but emergency room on a Saturday night is not a child-friendly place, especially the waiting room.
Which, for a parent of a sick kid, can make a huge difference.
The children do see things in the adult waiting area that it's perhaps more stressful to them and to us. You don't want your child exposed to some of those adult illnesses and things, and it's more relaxing. Even though healthcare is not very relaxing, it's more relaxing to be with people who know what taking care of kids is all about.
The biggest advice that Luke's mom had for any parent in a medical situation is to ask a lot of questions to make sure that you understand and know exactly what kind of medical care your child is getting. Now, coming up tonight at 11, we'll introduce you to one of the smallest patients who's making that big move from the old Helen DeVos Children's Hospital to here, the new one. And also, we will be live at that move tomorrow morning on Daybreak. For now, live in Grand Rapids, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.